What's up, everybody? This is another episode of Sports-REUBEN-LIFE. This is Ruben here. I'm going to jump into this game. There's an interesting tale in this game, even though this was you don't think it was, right? So the Kansas City Chiefs are now 8-4. They scored 40 points against the Oakland Raiders, who are now 6-6, maybe out of the playoffs, right? It's a hard, that 6-6 record is going to be difficult for the Raiders to make the playoffs, right? And I have to say this, right? Okay, the Kansas City Chiefs were leading 31-0 with 6 minutes left in the third quarter. They completely dominated this whole game. Although the Chiefs only had 28 minutes of possession, time of possession, they lost it by 3 minutes, right? So you say to yourself, wow, okay, so what's going on here, right? Rushing 122 for Oakland, 96 for the Chiefs, right? And then so you look at, total yards, 332, 259. The Chiefs had less yards, right? So here's where the telltale sign, here's where the sign is, right? Okay. This would have been, obviously it was a blowout at the end of the game, so some of the people didn't play, right? But here's the biggest takeaway of this whole thing, disciplined football, right? And this is a sign that the Raiders are young. We've forgotten that they're playing to make the playoffs, and it's a young team, right? We forget this, it's a young team, and so we kind of mistake them for being good, right? But their youth kind of bit them in the foot today, right? They had 12 penalties for 99 yards. You know how many penalties Kansas City had? Zero penalties for Kansas City. So if that's the case, that's your whole game right there. That's a microcosm of the whole game. Patrick Mahomes, he had a rushing touchdown and a passing touchdown. He's got his imprint all over this thing here. He didn't pass for a bazillion yards, but they were winning 31-0 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter. He probably could have threw for 3 more touchdowns. It could have been 49-0. Those 9 points that Oakland scored came at the end, okay? That's a disgraceful thing. They should have just called the game after 3 quarters. Right? It was a beatdown, right? They got beat pretty bad, right? They didn't score. Oakland didn't score to the fourth quarter. Okay? They didn't score to the fourth quarter. Oakland, you had your chance here. This was a very bad look. Unfortunately, this could have took them out of the playoffs. I wanted the Raiders to make the playoffs. I think that they have a shot. I like their story. David Carr was 20 of 30, right? That's still very efficient passing, right? At 66%, right? Well, it's not that good, but he was sacked 2 times. But he threw 2 interceptions, right? Turnover game, right? Patrick Mahomes, you can tell he's not 100%. 15 of 29, just above 50% passing. 175, 1 touchdown, 1 sack, right? Then you look at it, it's like, how does this happen, right? You had 3 rushing touchdowns by three people. Patrick Mahomes, Thompson, and LaShawn McCoy. They all scored rushing touchdowns, right? So then you say to yourself, well, that's how it works, right? When you have fumbles and turnovers, the Raiders had 2 fumbles and they lost 1, right? And so that's the whole thing, right? So when you have that happen, you're not playing disciplined football. The 12 penalties for 99 yards is the game changer right here. Discipline. As you go on the season, this is what you see, right, in young players, right? Oakland has a young team, and I thought this was a very interesting takeaway. That's the reason why I talked about this game. It was a blowout. It was Oakland's chance to maybe stay relevant in the playoffs at 7-5. There's only 4 games left, right? They don't have a bunch of opportunities to lose here. This was a tough game. Maybe this could have went either way, but Kansas City completely dominated and showed that they're 8-4. If they would have won this game, they both would have been 7-5, and that would have been a real good indicator at where things could win the division. But it seems like there's a little separation now within the division, and Kansas City seems like they're taking the lead. So Oakland's youth and inexperience kind of showed up a little bit here, and so there it is right there. So anyways, you guys like this video, like, subscribe, tell me what you guys think. Are the Oakland Raiders going to make the playoffs? Ooh, that's going to be a tough one. Talk to you guys later. Bye.